Hey everybody, it's Lauren, part 2. It's right here for the story time worst years of my life. I'm in my room again. So let's start where we left off. So you probably are wondering what happened. um, so let's just say that. So remember Gus and Eric? They came in. So I used to call Eric a cheese ball, and I don't know why I was stupid. Um, there was one time at um, at lunch where I, I was going around and sorry, I was after I was done eating my lunch, I went to the bathroom to wash my face because my mom always made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and as you know, jelly gets everywhere for some odd reason. So I went to the bathroom, I washed my face, I washed my hands, and our school was like at the time, because there were two different campuses. And when I was in third grade, it was this like almost apartment complex kind of thing. I don't know what the fuck it was, but there were two levels. There was the classrooms, and then there was the like playground and what. And for some odd reason, and there were like sets of stairs everywhere. And I was coming down the stairs, and I I came down the stairs. So, and Molly, Reggie, Samantha, Nikki, Gus, RJ, they all came running at me when I was on the stairs, scaring me. I screamed, slipped on the stairs, hit my back, ran up to the bathroom, crying my eyes out. It scared me. And I heard them laughing like, "Oh, we got her good," or "Yeah, she was so scared, look how hard she fell," or some stupid shit like that. And that clearly, that really did it in. Sorry, I don't want to. My romantic posters, and I'm a hopeless romantic. So there was that. And that really sucked. You could say it was not fun. It wasn't fun at all, and oh god, that was horrible that day. I cried the rest of the day. I was so embarrassed. I didn't really know how to react in a way, and crying was the only thing I could do. Stefan and RJ comforted me, but still wasn't enough. I wish it had been, but it just wasn't. And then after that, it kind of just went downhill from there in a way. So a few weeks later, I guess I never had a problem with hitting. I just pat people on the shoulder or give them hugs or whatever. And Stefan and I were play fighting, like normal people do, normal kids. And I got in trouble for it. And so the teacher said, "I'm sending you to the director's office," which, as a reminder, is Reggie's mother. So Reggie is one of my bullies. His mother is in charge of the school. Yeah. So you know how that bias is going to turn out. So I was like, okay, whatever. We were just fighting. We were not fighting. We were just playing. We were having fun. We were walking back from fucking art class. What do you expect? We're what, 9, 10? So, we were just being petty. And the next day, as I said before, my brother went to the same school. Molly comes up and says to me, so my brother's playing with a ball that they want. And they know I got in trouble that day before, excuse me, for quote unquote hitting. Stefan didn't get in trouble. They didn't blame him, but he's like, it was also me too. And they're like, no, it wasn't. Fucking idiots. So pretty much Molly says to me, oh, Lauren, if you don't hit your brother and get the ball, I'm gonna kill you. Well, here's the thing. I have one. It's those nail clippers that have the nail file on them, the little hook on the side to get the crap out from under your fingernails. Well, she had that and she showed me, and she's kind of like, here, almost like this. I actually have a display I could show you. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. So she kind of getting used to a new computer. Okay. So this is the nail clipper kind of thing, and so if you look at this part here, she was holding it kind of like this, where her thumb was covering it, but I could see it. So it was like, I'll kill you. So I'm like, shit. So I end up telling my brother, can I have the ball? And he's like, yeah, why? What's going on? I'm like, but I can't just give it to you. I have to get it away from you by hitting you. And he's like, why? I said, because they're going to kill me. And he's like, I remember my brother's like 6 at the time. So he's like, okay. So I kind of push him, tap him on the shoulder a little bit. And the teacher saw. And then I ended up getting suspended. It was a setup. They didn't actually want the fucking ball. They wanted me to be suspended. And I realized that. And my mom, when she came to pick me up, she said, what happened? I said, I patted my brother on the shoulder, and she was like, no, I saw you hit him. And I said, I wouldn't hit my brother. You can ask him. And so they did, and he said, no, she didn't hit me. And Molly, being the bitch she is, goes up and says, oh no, she did hit him. What a horrible big sister. And he looks at her like, fuck you. Just, my brother loves me, and I fucking cunt. Anyway, so I get sent home anyway, and I'm pretty upset. So I was like, seriously, this is craziness. So I come back. It was a Friday. So then I come back on a Monday. The week goes by without much incident. And then that Friday, we're at PE. And you know how when you're little, you have a shirt or an article of clothing that you feel like is lucky, that gives you a good luck, that you feel like you're going to have a good day when you wear this shirt? I had one. And I don't really remember what it looks like. I don't remember what it looked like. But all I know was lucky. Or I thought it was. And as I said, those stairs, but they're very slim. They're very small. And the school wasn't big. There were literally 3 classes. 3 classrooms. Everybody knew everybody. It was that tiny. There were 50 kids. It was that flippin' small. And then what happened was everybody was going, it was literally the end of the day. It was literally 30 minutes before leaving. And I I we were going up the stairs, and then all of a sudden Eric claims to the director that I hit him in the jaw, and I didn't. Remember, these stairs are slim, and we're all kind of walking up. We were almost running. He was all the way down the stairs. I was up. I never interacted with him on those fucking stairs, and I got in trouble. I was sitting in the office, and they were blaming me. Why'd you hit him? I thought, this is the third time. And he's like clutching his jaw because he's like, oh god. And I don't remember hitting him. I don't remember doing anything. What the fuck? I didn't actually say what the fuck, but I said, like, I don't remember hitting him. If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Like, I could have just raised my arm. I remember that's what I said. Like, I could have just raised my arm or something, but then I went back in my mind and I said, no, actually, he was down the stairs. I don't remember seeing him. He was never next to me. And they didn't believe me. So instead of me having Friday fun time, instead of having Friday fun time, I was sitting in the office for shit I never did. So there was that, but it was just it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Just sorry, my phone rang. Excuse me. So pretty much, I was sitting in the office, and my mom said, "What happened?" And I said, "They blame me for something I didn't do again." And she said, "I don't know what they keep. I can't. I don't know why my mom didn't pull me out when this kept happening. I think because she was just so busy with everything else. Sometimes parents don't see it, and I kind of kept it under wraps a lot. She only saw me get suspended a few, like two or three times. So, I mean, yeah, there were little things that they would do. They would steal my pencils. They wouldn't hand me their paper when I ran around the class. They would, lie about things. Oh, I did get Molly back, however. Actually, so I like drama. I like doing theater. I like doing a lot of that stuff. And we had a drama teacher come in, and we did both, You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile, and It's a Hard Knock Life. Now, there was this part at the end of You're Never Fully Dressed where there was only a certain group of people who would jump off the stage. Now, I kind of wanted to do it. I mean, the drama teacher was such a fucking bitch. Oh my god, she hated my guts. She always made me on the outside. She always kind of tried to shove me away. Sorry. And I wouldn't be shoved away. I just would not. I wanted to do this. I like to act. And so during the actual performance, this is in front of the school and all the parents. It's kind of like a little winter performance, kids do. And for the show, Molly let me borrow this hairband that was all sparkly and covered, whatever. And I wanted it, and I ended up keeping it. I don't even know where it is anymore. I think maybe I threw it away. I don't flipping know. And so that happened, and then again, that part where we're supposed to run and jump off the stage, only a few people were supposed to do it. Well, what happened was you were supposed to run and jump, only a few people. Now, when I was on stage, I ran too fast by accident. I think I got a little nervous, and I jumped off the stage with them, made it look as natural as possible. And they're all looking at me like, oh my god, like, and they're glaring at me, and everybody's like, woohoo, parents didn't know. We're third graders, who cares? And, sorry. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. In my mind, I'm still smiling, whatever. I'm just acting natural, which is what you're supposed to do. Because in acting, you're supposed to just go with it. You can't, get all flustered on stage because you made a mistake. That happens on stage. You have to deal with it. And they didn't know how. And the so after the performance, we all went backstage, which was really going through and going to the next room. It wasn't this kind of auditorium type, I don't remember really exactly. So we go back there and everybody is, like, why'd you do that, Lauren? You weren't supposed to jump off the stage. What the hell is wrong with you? And the teacher gets like, you ruined the entire performance. What is wrong with you? You can never do this again. And I felt really bad. I felt really fucking bad. I couldn't believe it. I was like, really? I made a mistake. Does it mean it's the end of the world? No. So that happened. And then so after that, I told my mom what had happened, and she said, I'm sorry, but she said, you were really good up there. And, sorry, my nose is really cold. So I went, it was like, I think it was like for winter break or something. And then I went back and I looked. So over winter break, there was no social media, thank God, back then. We were all too young to use it. So otherwise, fuck, it would have been so bad. Holy shit. Thank God there was no Facebook or YouTube or whatever back then, because I would have been fucked. So what happened was I went to so I came back, and the rest of the year was kind of the same shit. Just, you know, whatever. It wasn't fun. I still was bullied heavily. I mean, Molly actually in the next semester, she held this again to my throat like this and said, I'm going to cut you with it if if you tell people what I'm doing. And, well, what do you expect? Yeah, I didn't tell anybody. So there was that. And then I had, and I also liked to wear overalls. I was an idiot. My father also went away on a lot of business trips, and he brought me back a little plush E.T., like the extraterrestrial from Steven Spielberg's E.T. I'd actually recently seen it for the first time, and I was carrying it around in my overalls, and I had my Converse, and I looked such an idiot. Oh my God, what the flip was I thinking? You know how Converse high tops were all the rage in like 2003, 2004. And I remember like once I got them, everybody was like, ew, what are you doing with those? I don't want to wear those anymore. You're wearing them. And it's like I had just gotten the bright pink Converse that I had wanted for a while because everybody else had them. And they were popular. And I just felt so shitty. I looked like an idiot. I was wearing overalls with pink Converse, carrying an ET stuffed doll. I was a target. And I didn't even see it. I was too young, and then they used to do this shit to me, like they would go like this, and then they'd pat somebody else with the same hand, they go, ew, and they'd go like that, and they'd pass it on as if I was a germ. Sorry, one sec. Correspondence and stuff. As if I was a germ. I think, it was the worst thing in the world, but ugh. I felt really shitty. That's pretty much what the year was. And then Molly said she was leaving, so I was like, thank God. Oh my goodness, I was so glad. Excuse me. at the end, so I had summer break, whatever. So 4th grade starts. This is when the shit really hit the fan. It's my fiance, he keeps texting me. So 4th grade starts, and it's kind of rocky. You know. Now, I'm going to introduce 2 new characters. Daniela and her sister. Now, her sister's name, I don't remember. I'm going to call her Sophie. So, Daniela was in my class, along with, so Nikki and Samantha had left. There was Gus, Reggie, and so it was Gus, Reggie, and Eric, who had, stayed around. So those 3 still, like on the first day, we were in PE class and we were throwing a ball. And I threw, and I think it was like a tennis ball or something. And somebody threw it to me, and then I threw it to Reggie. And it was supposed to go to somebody else. And then Reggie caught it, I guess, because I threw overhand. And Reggie caught it, but he caught it near his dick. And he goes down and is like, oh no! And the coach is like, get up. You didn't get hit in the balls. Get the flip up. Just like, really? I'm like, oh, great. And I knew the second that happened, I was like, fuck. This is going to be another 3rd grade year. So that happened. It's like, really wonderful. Thanks so much. And then, so that happened. And then we had switched to another campus. The school had moved to another area. Now, oh, and Madison Handelman was still there. Handelman's not actually her last name. I just made that shit up. I'm going to have to edit that part out. So her name is Madison. And she's still crazy. I'm like, so pretty much what happened was the first kind of semester was my teacher thought I was lying about something. It was something small. I don't remember what the flip it was. And she actually wrote me up and went out and made my mom come in to tell her about a lie I had done or something. I don't know. And she's like, it's nothing. Why don't I didn't even know if I was lying or not. I don't freaking remember what it was, but my teacher really had it out for me for some odd reason. And then the wonderful, and what I mean by wonderful, the shitty news was that Molly was coming back. Fuck. I was like, are you kidding me? So Queen Bitch was back. I was like, fucking A. This girl was, just unbelievably shitty. So every time at PE, we would, we would go get our stuff, get water. We had a water fountain, a series of water fountains. It was this one long kind of bowl with 4 spouts, and I always had the one on the end. And beside it were the girls' and then the boys' bathroom. I always drank out of the same one, the one that was next to the girls' bathroom. I don't know why. And they always used to say, oh, that one has toilet water. That one's toilet water. I was like, no, it's not. So finally, I went to the director, and I said, that doesn't use toilet water, right? And she's like, no, who's telling you that? And I'm like, no, but I was just thinking, lying, because if she found out, that I knew I was going to come back to me and bite me in the ass. So I pretty much just ignored it. And then one day they're like, ew, why do you keep drinking out of that one? I'm like, I said, if I'm drinking toilet water, so are you. Because they're all connected. Look underneath and like, ew, I don't want to drink where you're doing it. That's disgusting. So they stopped drinking at that water fountain. I know to myself. Fuck yeah. It was petty. And then the second semester, so the second half of the year, this is really when shit hit the fan. This is like when I finally started to just lose it. So I don't know what we were doing, but it was in the playground. And so I don't know why I was trying to hang out with them. I don't know why I did this, but I went like this to Reggie's face. Because I was gonna like go like that, and I went like that. And then he comes out and slaps me across the face as hard as he can, and I go down. I don't know what made him hit me, but he hit me so hard I went down. And the coach saw and said, hey, he was sent home, and I was in the office, and I had to tell the director what had happened, and yada, yada, yada. And I had asked her, can I please call my mom? I'm really scared right now. And she said, no, you can go to class. I said, no, actually, I'd really like to talk to my mom. I'm really quite shaken up. And she said, no, you can go to class. You're fine. Of course, Reggie got suspended for that, thank God. But then they made me feel bad about it because they're like, oh, his father's going to take a belt to his ass. In retrospect, it's like, good. Fucking beat the shit out of him. Go ahead. He hit a woman. He hit a girl who was not as strong as him. He seriously fucked up. Now, so that day after that, so after I got in the car with my mom. She said, how, like, literally, this was her thought process. How would, if she looks at my face, and there's a hand between, where is that one? So where is that thing? I said, like, you hit me. She said, what did you do to me? I said, I put my hand on his face. She's like, no, no. She gets out of the, she takes the car, gets out. She goes up to the director and says, how dare you have your son put your hands on my daughter? What the hell is that? How would you ever do that? He was mad at me. Of course, the director's like, well, you didn't see it happening. Excuse. Fuck you. So that happened, and then, so that's really when shit started hitting the fan. And then so finally the breaking point, well, okay, so a few more things happened. So then I was in art class. I was doing my oil paintings with, oil chalk and everything. And you know how that stuff gets really messy. So I tape up my painting, I cover it with paper and I tape up the back. And I was playing around with Gus, and I lightly tap him on the head with it. I got sent home for it. They considered it hitting. I was like, oh, fucking Christ. And my mom said, really? She's like, So finally then I got whatever. I was like, whatever. And then the breaking point came where I used to do stupid shit. You know how they have the desks and it's like an under desk, you have that little cubby? I call it an under desk. And I like to shave crayons with really sharp scissors. Fuck. I just like to have the shavings. And stupid me, I tried to get the wax off by running my finger really hard across the blade. Yeah, I cut my finger. And so to keep context, I had also asked a friend that we should become blood buddies because I'd heard about it from some crazy fucking cousin. I don't know. And then so it was this finger right here. You can't really see it anymore, but it was this finger that I cut. And I'm like, this, like, I'm doing my work, I'm trying to do my work, and the girl across from me, she's like, are you bleeding? I'm like, no, I'm fine. She's like, she gets up and tells the teacher, and the teacher is like, Lauren, you need to come to me. And they're like, are you cutting yourself? And I'm like, what? I'm like, no. And she said, why are those scissors there? She can see my underdesk. They wrap my finger up like a fucking mummy and send me home. And that was the last straw. Now, nobody would believe me that I was just shaving scissors. Or not shaving crayons, but I kind of felt like it was also a good excuse to just get out of class, too. It kind of worked in my favor. Subconsciously, I kind of didn't realize it till years later about what had happened that moment. In the moment, I was like, whatever. I just didn't realize what was going on. And after that, I didn't go back to that school. I internalized it as me being heavily bullied. And my parents kind of figured it out. They're like, I wish I had seen it sooner. I wish I had seen the signs. I guess they weren't paying attention. I mean, there's still fucking rumors, after I left. That's when I left the school. I went to my local elementary school that was near my house for like a month, and then that was a fucking waste because I had hot lunch sometimes. I forgot ketchup, and the teacher yelled at me for it. I was like, oh, you fucking nuts. So after that, I left like 3 weeks before summer break, and it was just the worst 2 years of my entire flippin' life. I was miserable. Now, let's just say that it taught me a lot, that not everybody's going to be your friend, but to thicken up and to really to not trust anybody. I still don't trust a lot of people because of the shit that they pulled. I've forgiven them in my heart, but I don't even know if they remember. They probably don't fucking remember what they did to me. And that's the saddest part, is they don't know what ramifications they left on me. The imprint. 22, just like 12 years later, and they fucking don't remember. I don't support doxing at all. And that's why I want to say their last names, but I won't. But an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, but there is something deep down that makes me want to say who they actually are, what their last names are. Sometimes I want people to go after them, to show them that the scars, not the physical, but the mental and the emotional scars that they left me, what that did, or what that actually did to me, what the fuck they fucked me up to the point where I was miserable. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how crazy these fucking kids were. How cruel and hurtful. Now, this day, I still bear the scars of their hurt that they did to me. Some of them are on Facebook. One of them's a Facebook friend of mine. I don't talk to her. I still hold a little bit of resentment for all of them for what they did. But it taught me a lot. It taught me don't trust people the second you meet them. Now, I'll say this. I'm a lot better than them now. One of them, I'm not going to say who, but one of them went to, he was a college football player, and the other one, of course you can guess, is Molly. She fucking did cheerleading all throughout high school. She was that bitch in high school. So yeah, she did cheerleading. I'm like, really? What a fucking surprise. She's almost like Regina George from fucking Mean Girls. That's how bad she was. She was a cunt, and I think she still is. She thinks she's so beautiful with her strawberry blonde hair. Yes, I'm gonna say that. She's never dyed it, but nowhere have I ever dyed my hair. But she always thought blondes have better fun than brunettes. Bitch, please. I I'm better than her. I'm better than all those assholes now. But here's the thing. Bullying does hurt, and it does bear the scars. And it's probably a lot worse now for people because of social media. So here I am today working. I go to college. I work with horses and other animals. I am better than all those shitholes. So here's what I want you to do. If anybody feels bullied, feels like they need a place to run, you can talk to me about it. I've been through all that shit. Um, I just want you to know that I'm here for you and that I love you and that you're not alone. As they say in Hebrew, ad lo levad, you are not alone. Anyway, I want to thank you for listening to my long story, and sorry about all the, face rubbing, and I just get an itchy face. I don't know why. Genetics. But I'm tired and emotionally drained, and I wanted to say thank you, and I'll see you next time.